Let's be honest, how many games in your lifetime that you've paid for and played would you have avoided completely if you had the chance to play for free for a bit? You know, like a demo. I would assume quite a few. If I could go back in time, I definitely wouldn't have bought Dark, but unlike Final Fantasy XIV, I didn't get to play months worth of content for free, and let's be honest, in an MMO with so much content and so much time to invest, being able to play the base game and first expansion for free is extremely generous. And like most players, I myself started off as a free trial player. Granted, I didn't stay free to play for that long, but what I experienced in my short time as a free player was more than enough to win me over. And that jump to subbing is what eventually led me to making Final Fantasy XIV videos on YouTube. And my most recent video was my beginner's guide to Final Fantasy XIV, and I realised that I never actually spoke or really went over anything related to being on free trial. So let's fix that, shall we? Final Fantasy XIV has a free trial that spans the base game, A Realm Reborn, and the first expansion Heavensward. You get to play the whole game and first expansion with no limitations on the content. That means all the main quests, side quests, levy quests, dungeons, trials and raids. You can even clear all of Palace of the Dead, complete hunts and hunting logs, and you can also complete relic weapon quests. Which means you can level from 1 to 60 on every job available in the base game and Heavensward expansion. That's the base jobs and their level 30 counterparts, including the Blue Mage, with about 80 spells available for you. The Blue Mage is a guide in itself, so I won't get into that here. You can also unlock the Dark Knight, the Astrologian and the Machinist once you get a job to level 50 or above, and you can use all crafting and gathering jobs, again up to level 60. And you can fully invest your time and participate in the Gold Saucer, no currency caps, to hold back your growing need for Chocobo racing and Vermilion tournaments, so an absolute crap ton of content. This does not, however, extend to PvP. Trial players at the moment are unable to participate in PvP, nor can they create or join a PvP team due to a few players using exploits that involve free accounts. However, it's only supposed to be temporary until better countermeasures are put in place. But it has been considerable time since PvP for free trials was restricted, and there has been radio silence about the situation since it became a thing back in 2021. So let's use that as a theme. What can you not do as a free trial in Final Fantasy XIV? Well, PvP for one, but what else? Well, character count for starters. You may only create 8 characters, and you can only create 1 character per world. Sure, with being able to do everything on 1 character, most people won't have a need or even a want to make more than 1 character. Plus, if it's all about appearance, you do get a free Fantasia potion while doing the MSQ. So you can change your character appearance and race for free. However, some of us would like to experience the game as a different race or player type on the world we enjoy playing on, while not losing the character we mainly play. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you cannot level above level 60 on any job. You are restricted to Heavensward level cap, which doesn't really matter as you won't be venturing past the expansion to begin with, so everything you'll participate in will only require you to be level 60. If you're a sub player, you'll have noticed that there is a huge player economy. In fact, it would be really hard not to notice. However, while you're a free player, this may actually escape you, as a lot of the economy is restricted to you. First off, you cannot have more than 300,000 gil, which may sound like a lot, but in Final Fantasy XIV it really isn't. You'd never be able to buy your own player home with that amount. In fact, you can't even buy an apartment, as that will cost you 500,000 gil, so you won't be getting on the property ladder anytime soon. You also can't hire retainers, which are hireable assistants. That not only can participate in missions on your behalf to farm materials, but they also act as the in-game bank, by being able to hold on to items and gil for you. They are also the main way of listing items on the market board, so you can sell your farmed items to make gil, which matters even less as you're unable to access the market board, so you can't even buy from the market board, never mind sell through it. And to top it all off, while you're a free trial player, you cannot trade with other players, limiting your impact on the economy even further. You also can't send letters using the Moogle delivery service, so you basically can't send mail. Now, that doesn't mean you can't receive it, but it does mean you can't send your own mail or reply to mail you get. The exact same principles work for being in a group. While you're a trial account, you cannot assemble or create your own party, so not inviting friends. But it's not all lonely doom and gloom. This does not extend to getting invites to parties or using the duty finder. You are just restricted from starting your own group, so you'll just have to rely on your friends inviting you to a group, which isn't major by all means, but it may be annoying for 1 or 2 people. However, when it comes to free companies or Final Fantasy XIV's take on guilds, free trials cannot create or join a free company. So while you're a free trial, you cannot be a part of a free company whatsoever. Now, this does not include grand companies, which you will unlock along the way for the MSQ. All of that content is still open to you, as that's more story-based rather than player-based. But on another note, it is also another way you can't have a property, as it means you can't even have a guild house. You are restricted to only having a room at the inn, or if a friend happens to list you as a guest at their property, so couch surfers rejoice. Link shells, or cross-world link shells, being a form of group chat, or group chat channel, are also something a free trial cannot set up themselves. But just like parties, you can be invited to join one by someone else. Granted, with Discord or other chat services, I don't see this one being that much of a problem. But with Final Fantasy being such a big game filled with so many people, it is nice to be able to keep up with everyone in the same place in game, especially if you're not part of the same free company. The most understandable restriction on this list is free trials being unable to use the shout, yell or tell chat options in game. Anyone who has played an MMO for an extended period of time can tell you that getting random messages in-game from players with names of what seems like computer code half the time, about buying a service like in-game currencies or clearing content for real money, is a problem. So if anyone could make a free trial and just spam anyone and everyone with messages, it would be an eyesore of unbelievable scale, and the city chats would just be lines and lines of "please buy our guild." Now, it is still common to see it in main cities, but if free trials could do it, it'd be a colourful advertisement war. So, understandably, free players are not allowed to do it. If you've seen my websites video or are a regular Final Fantasy XIV player, you'll know of the Lodestone. Basically, Final Fantasy XIV's official do-all website. Keeps track of your character progress, links you to other useful sites, and has tons and tons of information about the game. If you are a free trial, you cannot log into the Lodestone website, meaning you won't be able to check up on character progress and other account-based uses. This includes the official forums, or using the companion app. The companion app is basically an app that lets you chat to players, sort your inventory, and check out and sell on the market board, all from the comfort of your phone. So that's also a no-go if you're a free trial user. While you are a free trial account, you are also very limited to what you may buy from the MOG store. Free trials may purchase select in-game items, but not all items are available, such as in-game gift codes and the like, so that is something to keep in mind. Now, something to note account-wise is that you can only have one free trial on a Square Enix account that has not got a Final Fantasy XIV account attributed to it. So if you have an account or had an account, free trial or subbed, you won't be able to create a free trial, nor will you be able to revert to a free trial account. So you need a whole fresh new Square Enix account to set up a new fresh free trial account. So just a heads up on that. And lastly, it has been observed that if there is a queue on your world, depending on the size of the queue and login times and waits, trial players may not be able to play, as players with full accounts and subs will be prioritised over free players, which is understandable. People who are paying for the service are going to be let in first, so keep this in mind for patch days if you're a free trial player and you had some time planned. I should also point out that Square Enix could change these limitations at any time. They could add to them or take from them. But as it stands, Final Fantasy XIV's free trial experience is one of the best, and it took no time in convincing me to sub and to get stuck into the expansions. And it is the MMO that I play the most. But what about you guys? Did you start playing Final Fantasy XIV as a free trial? Are you still a free trial, or has this video convinced you to take a look and try out Final Fantasy through the free trial? Free trial. Let me know in the comments, and also if you happen to know of any other limitations that Square hasn't stated themselves, put that down in the comments as well so everyone knows about it. And if this video has been of any use, consider liking the video and subscribing. If you crave more content or you just have a curiosity of who I am, head over to Twitch at twitch.tv/dyinglegacy. You'll find me streaming MMOs and talking absolute nonsense. Now, go on, get out of here. The video's over. I'm Dying Legacy. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves and keep being awesome.